Today I was having a conversation with Marianne, and of course, we ended up talking about many different things, different angles and perspectives of some of the same things, many different dimensions, and how ridiculous human constructs that we have recorded, pre recorded, post recorded in our DNA is not neuro linguistic programming, it is higher programming of DNA. And how stupidly then you play with the colors, like in this case the color of the skin, and you pretend to put them into the top of the pyramid of evolution of humans when it's just one. Is the topping what? The top in arrogance, protected by religion. Religion is always there, has been there for 2000 years. People are left wing, right wing. It has been always so ridiculous because who is the owner of the right wing and the left wing? The king, the church, and the nobles on the right, and the peasants on the left. How can you be religious in the left? If you are an activist, you don't have to be Muslim, you don't have to be Jewish. You have to transcend religion. You have to be what you are and not what it is imposed by the right wing. Right is correct. And when there is religious people on the left and capitalist liberals on the right, you see that nothing makes sense. And how corrupted the ideology is. If the ideology is corrupted, how are we expecting that people will never be? If that is the only path they can follow, corruption is in the ideology already, recorded and pre-recorded through the religion. The religion is the parasite controlling you, not the parasite sucking your blood only. Not only the one controlling you, is the one leading your guy. You know, these parasites that you are holding. I had one parasite going from my brain outside saying, shut the fuck up. Don't you dare to tell them one of the 3 secrets of Fatima. Oh my God. There are 2 more. And then that's the end of the world. Unless we moved God in space. God is what is wrapping the whole universe that we cannot see, that is moving, like in many. I went that through many of my stories, but it is I already saw it as well in Men in Black. And it's not the God that is controlling the planets, and there is an alien. It's the one that made that. There is always a higher entity, right? So that higher entity is like the epithelial cells, and that's it. The end and the beginning of the whole message starts in the cover video and ends in the epithelial cell, the skin cell. But the skin cell is the beginning, and the cover, which is the front page, is the end. Or it should be the other way around. Or one is inside the other, or the other is inside that one. People believe in strange gods, in Matrix, in yoga, in Socrates, in Buddha. They believe in everything but themselves. It's a curious thing about the earthlings. That when they feel detached from the rational mind, they just lose their mind instead of letting the mind travel non-stop, adapting on every single new scenario that mind is crossing, which is the real mind, the irrational mind. Sorry. But the message, it was a combination. I don't have a message to say and vomit here. I would like always, before I start recording, I would like to share something that it was so clear to represent as a structure on video. But the more I try to connect with my rational mind, the more difficult for me is to find the words of what I was feeling in a very abstract way, trying to transform through different conversations, different formulas, different perspectives that they are about the same thing when you find the pattern as a connection. And I ended up talking about metaphrenia, like the evolution of everything, and everything, of course, taking into consideration schizophrenia. But schizophrenia is only one element to transcend, to be aware that Jekyll and Hyde is the same. The problem is when it's schizo, when it's parted, and Jekyll doesn't accept Hyde, and Hyde don't give a shit about what Jekyll wants. That's in my video. My video of the cover is everything is there. And then the Matryoshkas, it's just the whole almost 3,000 videos can be summarized in these two. If you want to go deeper into knowledge, yeah, you can go to any of the videos, but just with these two, connecting with yourself. You don't need anything else. You have everything, but you don't believe it because you don't believe in yourself, because you are Earthlink.